Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Streets of Rage again. We are now on round 5, and it's going to be very, very interesting. At this point in the game, you're going to see a lot of enemies en masse, and you want to take care of many of them as possible in a short amount of time. You definitely want to do some crowd control in order to take down who shows up on the screen as quickly as possible. Especially if they're carrying knives and they try to rush at you with the knives pointed directly forward, like so. After some ventilation shafts that we hit to get some power-ups, it's time to take on even more enemies. Go ahead and use the pepper shaker here to stun an enemy, make this a little easier. And at this point in the game, you'll actually see the karate guys try to come at you from behind and not just the Galcias. And here's the guy with the bat. I'm definitely going to use that bat because it will definitely make for some heavy damage against all these enemies. And I'm going to use a super here to get rid of all these guys at once. There'll be one more enemy here, but it's a blue Galcia and he'll go straight for us, I believe. Okay, not right away. But he still is easy to take care of. And as soon as you go down here, you'll notice a lot of the black dominatrixes en masse. I cannot speak to save my life. At this point, some of them, when you hit them in hand-to-hand combat, they will actually scream and drop to the floor. If you move far enough away from them, they'll get back up and they'll try to hit you with the whip. Using grab combos, as well as weapons, will instantly negate that. Believe it or not. So you have access to weapons, or if you can grab them and hit them from there, you won't have to worry about that stupid tactic that they do. And we have a couple more enemies that come at us one at a time. That guy's gonna come straight for us. I like the ones that come straight towards you as soon as they show up on screen and you have a bat or a pipe. They're easy to finish off, and once you get right here, there will be a gray karate guy coming at you from behind. And also at this point, you'll see some of them come out from the background. They'll actually leave out from somewhere on the ship and they'll try to somersault towards you and kick you. And they're very annoying. And you want to take care of them as soon as they appear, so that way you aren't swamped by enemies when you take a few steps forward. And here's a barbecue, and this guy also has a pipe. We are definitely going to need both of those. Because here, we're gonna fight a mini-boss. Yes, a boss returns, and we have to fight him off. Here, it's Abadede. And this is where I start to become a bit of a show-off and kill this guy with nothing but jump kicks, and it's really hilarious. I don't even use the pipe that I picked up just to hit this guy, though it would do more damage. Nevertheless, I get the timing right, and eventually, he falls. Like so. And after that, we have even more enemies to deal with. Especially more karate guys. And I'm able to take care of a whole bunch of them at one time with the pipe. I'm glad I have it because I lost the bats. And this is the last guy to show up, so he gets the grab combo. Another super that I'm able to pick up. That's what the police car is. There's only a few of those in the game. Picking those up will give you an extra super. And I use it on these guys so I don't have to deal with them. One is enough. I hate dealing with them in groups. Thankfully, that's the only time where you have to do that. And here's a guy with a bat, as well as two more green Galcias to take care of. Thankfully, I did not drop the pipe, so the bat is not necessary. And I am now at the end where there is another meat or barbecue waiting for you, if you need health. And we get a few more enemies, but they're the garden variety that we saw at the beginning of the game. as well as another juggler. Once we finish off the juggler, we will face the boss of round 5. And if you stop throwing stuff on, not on screen, but off screen, that would be great. Now, the boss here is a pair of blaze fielding recolors. You're supposed to stay away from them and wait until they do that jump kick, and then grab them as soon as they hit the ground, and do a drag combo on them to do the most damage. But I brought the pipe, and I thought I could fight them off with the pipe. And if you're expecting me to actually get through this without being in much of a conundrum, well, guess what? You're absolutely right, because I actually kill them off with the pipe. I don't even do any grab combos or take any damage at all, which makes this even more hilarious. The trick to doing this with pipe only, you just gotta be used to how the swing of the pipe works and just know the range of your attack with the pipe. But once you know how far you have to be to actually get damage in, it totally works. I was actually laughing at the end of that, by the way, because I didn't think I would do it. And round 6 is the factory stage. We are back here again. New enemy here, the red Galcias with the gray hair. These guys take even more damage than the green ones. And you'll be using part of the standing combo as well as a full grab combo, especially one with a suplex, just to take them down. Just the 3 hits of the standing combo, 2 knees, and a suplex. That's what's gonna take care of those red guys. And there's that stupid tactic from the black dominatrixes that I mentioned earlier, and it can be quite annoying. Time to continue on. And here's another guy that's coming after us with a knife. And here's the obstacle for this area, which is the crusher. When you get close enough to it, one of the little lights starts flashing orange, and that little crushing thing will come down. If it hits you, it will do quite a bit of damage. It can also damage enemies too, so you also want to keep that in mind in case you want to try to lure enemies into damage that you can do to them without having to do much effort. Another stop here, this time to take care of some purple signals and a few more red not Donovans, but Galcias. I'm stuck in Streets of Rage 2 mode right now. And here's the fire mini-boss. Yep, it's the same guy from Streets of Rage 4, and I tried to get close to him before he could get on screen. It didn't work, but I'm able to do it now. Here's that strategy that I mentioned from round 4, where you get close to this guy before he can breathe fire, grab him, hold him from the front, do 2 knees, and just keep vaulting back and forth, and just keep giving him the 2 knees until he dies. He's really not that hard, despite how undefeatable he seems with that fire attack. And we're nearing a set of 2 conveyor belts. Yes, we've seen these throughout the stage. Those things will push you in either left or right. You can kind of tell just by looking at them which direction you're going to go. Just watch the direction the lines move, and that's the direction it will take you. And these 2 conveyor belts are our friends because we can use this to get closer to the enemies a little faster. And that's not all. After this little area where we do move up and down to take advantage of the conveyor belts, there's still some more enemies that we need to take care of. There's another pepper spray, but guess what? We're not going to use it because I have the bat and I don't want to lose it. And unfortunately, I lost it. Oh well, at least I can fight these guys off with my hand-to-hand combat skills. Get this thing to trigger. And we should be pretty much on our way to getting a free bat just like that. And I tried to damage them, but I also got damaged myself. That is not usually a very good thing. There aren't a lot of enemies on the areas where you're pretty much forced to stop. So it's actually kind of easy to get around here at times. And we still have a little bit more left to go with round 6. We have another super, which I will definitely be using for the boss here. And I also have a lead pipe. I'm pretty sure I lost it at least once, so let's go ahead and grab the pipe. And take care of this guy before he can do any real damage. Now, we do have a wall that we can actually toss enemies up against and use to our advantage. It's actually very nice, and it helped us take care of one of those 2 dominatrices right away. And we got one more enemy, but it's just a green Galcia. At this point, you should be used to the weaker enemies at this point. And this is where we start seeing 2 crushers at one time. You definitely want to watch where you stand, keep an eye on the little lights on the crushing things, and you should be able to get out of here very easily. And after this, we have the end of the round. All that's left to do is to take care of a few more enemies. Strangely enough, they only come at us one at a time. But that's alright. Makes it a lot easier to take care of the stronger enemies of the bunch, but it also leaves this guy coming straight at us as soon as he shows up. This yellow signal, though, not so much, so I just put him out of his misery right away before he can hold me up any longer. And here is the boss for round 6, which is 2 of these guys from round 2. I use one of my supers straight away because I know it'll do quite a bit of damage. Thankfully, because these are the only 2 enemies on screen, and they take up more data than the regular enemies, I would think, you don't get any minions here. Also, because I have the pipe, I try to finish them off with the pipe. I run away from them just to bait them closer towards me. It kind of works. When I realize that they're both down to half health, half of an orange health bar, I let loose the other super. They both go down instantly. I made that look easier than it should have been. Not just the boss fight, but the entire level. And here is round 7, which I will take on in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did. At this point, I felt like I was too good at the game, and I kind of had to take a breather. It was just as well, considering I'm doing 2 rounds of video, just like last time. And on the next video, we end it all. Everything. So, join me next time, where I take the elevator up to the headquarters of the Syndicate, and take down the Syndicate leader once and for all. So until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!